The movie begins with a guy named Tom who completes his degree in architecture but doesn't get a job. He needed a job immediately, so he joined a greeting card company. His job is to write romantic quotes on greeting cards. He always believed that if love knocked at his door, happiness would arrive automatically and his life would change. Day 1 shows Summer joining his office as his boss's assistant. On day 4, Tom meets Summer inside the lift while going to the office. This happens when Tom is listening to a song on his way to the office. Their discussion starts with this song, which even Summer likes. With time and as their conversations grew, Tom started to like Summer. By day 8, he believes Summer is the girl who can bring him happiness. It was on day 28 when Tom, Summer, and Tom's friend Mackenzie were having drinks at a bar. They start discussing love. Tom had grown up watching love stories, but Summer had a different perspective. She doesn't believe in romantic love, and she thinks true love doesn't exist. Why would there be divorces if there was love? She also thinks that she's the kind of person who would not want to stick with one partner. But Tom doesn't agree with Summer and makes his point that love exists. He says that the day she realizes that love exists, she'll understand its importance. While they were leaving, Mackenzie spills everything and tells Summer that Tom likes her.
Okay, good night, Mackenzie.
Likes you.
After Mackenzie leaves, when Summer asks Tom if he likes her, Tom admits that he does. Then Summer asks him if he likes her as a friend, to which Tom agrees, and even Summer agrees that she likes him as a friend. She accepts that they can be really good friends. The following scene shows Summer kissing Tom in the copy room, which brings them closer on day 31. Tom starts going out with Summer by day 34, just like couples do, and they love the time with each other. Summer clarified to Tom that she's not looking for a serious relationship, and they're going to be casual about the thing between them. Tom starts feeling fulfilled after having Summer in his life. There's a boost in his self-confidence in the way he walks and treats people. Time passes, and the bond between them grows. On day 95, Tom takes Summer to his favorite place in the city. He shows many old architectural buildings to Summer. Tom shared that he never really likes the parking lots of these buildings, as they are not well planned and simply tarnish the charm of these structures. On day 109, Summer takes Tom to her apartment, and while they are laying down close to each other, Summer shares her life incidents with Tom that she's never shared with anyone. By this point, Tom is convinced that this is more than a casual relationship. On day 118, Tom meets his cousin Rachel, who suggests asking her what's actually going on between them and how they label it. Even his friend Mackenzie suggested the same. When Tom asks this question to Summer, she replies that they don't have to label anything because she knows they're enjoying each other's company and, more importantly, they're happy. On day 259, when Tom and Summer were enjoying a drink at a bar, a drunken man came in and tried to bother Summer. She doesn't pay much attention to it, but then he looks at Tom and taunts him, asking how he can be the boyfriend of such a beautiful girl. Tom loses his temper and punches the man in the face. A brawl starts between both of them, and Tom gets hit on his lips. Summer argues with her after returning home, while Tom was putting ice to his lips because she didn't like what happened in the bar. Tom, frustrated, finally asks Summer what's the label to their relationship. Summer responds that they are just casual friends. Tom replies that he doesn't treat all his friends this way and leaves from there. This was the first serious fight between them, and they're both really upset with it. One day, Summer comes to Tom's place to sort out their differences, and they again get along very well. On day 290, when they're both in a cafe, Tom asks Summer to go to her place, but Summer takes him to watch the movie The Graduate in the movie theater. While Tom kept her company in the theater, he noticed that Summer got really emotional while watching the movie. Summer tells him that she was struck by the movie. Summer was seemingly lost, and she wasn't really responding well to Tom. When Summer asks Tom to drop her off at home, he takes her to a restaurant to have pancakes together. Right there, Summer opens up and tells Tom that what's going on between them is not right, It doesn't have any sense. She says that both of them should stop meeting each other. Tom was very shocked after listening to this revelation. He doesn't understand why Summer wanted to end it all between them. He's extremely down. Summer even quits her job at the greeting card company. Summer pretty much cut off all the ways to have any contact with Tom whatsoever. After Summer's sudden disappearance, Tom's life and his mental and emotional state take a downturn. He's even unable to focus on his work or the way he talks to people. Tom wants to move on in his life. Therefore, he goes on a blind date with a girl he doesn't know. The date doesn't go well, as he simply talks about Summer and his sadness throughout. On day 402, Tom is attending his colleague's wedding ceremony, and to his surprise, he finds Summer on the train. He gets to know that Summer is also going to attend the same wedding. She asks Tom for a coffee. They have an anticipated conversation over coffee. At the wedding party, Summer and Tom dance and enjoy themselves together. Tom's expectations take a slight spike upward. He thinks that there's another chance to have a relationship with Summer. But all of it changed when Summer invited Tom to a party at her place on day 408. After Tom enters the party at Summer's place, the polar opposite of his expectations happens. While Summer was busy attending to other friends, Tom was left alone throughout. He didn't get much attention from Summer. Tom then notices that Summer is showing her engagement ring to one of her friends. This really upsets Tom, and he leaves the party at that moment. After that day, Tom almost turns himself into an alcoholic. He remains drunk most of the time, even at work. On day 442, in one of his office meetings, he flips and screams that whatever romantic cards they're selling are nothing but sugar-coated lies that make no sense. He quits his job and walks off. On day 450, Tom meets his cousin Rachel at the playground. Rachel tells him that Tom simply understood all this time that Summer was the girl for him and that she brought happiness into his life, but he was actually wrong. She goes on to say that he should leave behind what went down with Summer and simply move on with his life. After a few days of struggle and unemployment, Tom decides to change things up in his life. He goes back to studying architecture with a revived purpose and the motivation to achieve big things in his life. On day 488, he meets Rachel, surprisingly, at his favorite place in the city. Summer informs him that she's married now.
You're married.
To which Tom answers that the girl who never wanted to belong to anyone as a girlfriend or anything has turned into someone's wife. Summer says even she's surprised about that. She talks about her connection with her husband. Tom tells her that she was right. There's nothing called love that exists. Summer admits that Tom was right and she realized and believes in love after she met her husband. She says that she's happy to see Tom grow in his life. Tom wishes her all the best for her life as Summer leaves. After a few days, on day 500, Tom is about to appear for a job interview. He meets a girl in the waiting area. She starts talking to Tom, who tells her that she has seen him somewhere. She gets to know that her favorite place is Tom's favorite place as well. Tom feels glad knowing about that. Tom realized that miracles don't happen in life, and that pretty much everything that happens is just a coincidence, whether it is about meeting an individual or any other aspect. Tom is called for the interview, but before entering the room, Tom asks the girl for a coffee after the interview. She first hesitates, and then she says yes to the proposal. She introduces herself as Autumn,